Hello, we are back. It's time for the reveal. Find out which card you chose. So you went in and you chose a card, 1, 2, 3, or 4. So we're going to go in and see what the energetic outline is going to be over the next couple of weeks, depending on which card you chose. So pay attention to see which card you chose and how it energetically fits into what's going on with your life right now, or the situation that you may be focused on. At the very end, we're going to put all of the cards together and see what it means as a collective to see if we can build a nice story or timeline out of all 4 of the cards. So if you chose card number 1, you chose Go the Distance. Now, this card suggests that you may be feeling stuck. You may be feeling like things aren't coming together, like you're spinning your wheels in the desert of sand. So really just stepping back. There may be a choice that you have in this. So maybe there's something that you're like, I'm trying to do something and it's just not working out. I'm not getting anywhere. I feel like I'm just wasting my energy, spinning my wheels. So it's time to step back and really think about what you can do to be proactive in this situation. Are there any steps that you can take to make a decision? Keeping in mind that sometimes when we need to make a decision to change the feeling that we're spinning our wheels, that it's not always the decision that we thought it looked like in the beginning. So just take a step back and really put some thought into where do you want to be at the end of this situation and how do you want things to look in the end. And that might help you make a decision to see which way to turn so that you can start getting some momentum and some traction back again. So really cool there. So if you're feeling stuck, you've got to do something just a little bit different so that you can move out of that space. If you chose card number 2, you chose the Fates. This card talks about you right now are in a place that is meant to be. So it feels like there is a series of events that's maybe unfolding or things that are happening around you, and they seem like more meaningful than just regular everyday events. So pay attention to those things that feel like they've got just a little bit more meaning, or there's synchronicities, or there are things that keep happening over and over again. Those are signs to let you know that you're in the right spot, you're in the right place. Just remain flexible. Go with the flow at this time. It's not a time to try and control what's going to happen next or try to steer the ship. It's a time for you to really accept what's happening and just tune into the energy of what's happening and accept it, and not put too much time pressure on yourself. Allow things to go with the flow and unfold in a timely manner that is set by the universe, rather than you trying to control what and when happens, just going with the flow and accepting the things that are meant to be. Now, if you chose card number 3, you chose Serendipity. This card talks about the fact that things feel like they're starting to fall into place for you. You're at a space, if you chose this card, and the situation is telling you that this is a time where things are maybe going well. If they're not, we're going to talk about that for a second, or in a second. But this card generally speaks about things starting to fall into place. And this card holds the energy of, finally, things are working out for me. So if that's not happening for you yet, it could be coming up for you. Now, the other part of this is that there is another party or another person, another relationship, a friend, a family member that is enjoying this energy with you. So you haven't got here alone and you're not enjoying this space alone. you've got company where you are. Also, there's some change that may be happening around you. So if you're not quite feeling like, everything's going the way that it's supposed to be, you're not really feeling like everything's quite there yet. There is some change in the air. So allow that change to come in, allow the dust to settle, and then everything should feel just right. So it's almost like this card is telling you things are settling in where they're supposed to be. So go with it and look for that feeling of accomplishment and that feeling of finally these things are starting to work out for me. Okay. Allow that change to come in and settle down and help to lead you and plant those seeds and do all the things that are going to lead you to even more serendipity. Now, if you chose card number 4, you chose Clean It Up. This card talks about the tasks at hand. So if you chose this card, you either are or need to focus on cleaning up your space, your physical space, your mental space, your friendships that you have with other people, with your work relationships, with your friendships, with your family, your physical space, cleaning everything up around you, getting to that clean space. Maybe it means that you spend a day cleaning your house and enjoy how that feels, okay? Now, when you clean up your space, that's going to allow room for things to come in and to grow. So when you have a cluttered mind, there's no room for growth. There's no room for new things to come in. So cleaning up your space is going to help lead you to a cleaner mental space, which is going to help you to have room for things to grow. So this is potentially even ideas that you thought were dead and gone are maybe going to start sprouting and come back around and give you a second chance to work on things. Sometimes this is a relationship. Sometimes this is a job opportunity. Sometimes this is a business opportunity, a friendship, whatever it is. Now you want to make sure that any new opportunities that you engage with right now, that you really listen to your intuition. Watch out for the ones that maybe aren't so good for you and make sure that you're choosing situations that are good. You don't want to choose situations that are potentially bitter or sour underneath. You want to make sure that you're choosing genuine choices at this point. So making sure that you're not just taking things for face value. Once you get this stuff cleaned up, keep it out of your space. Don't allow those energies that you've cleaned out to come back in. So allow only good energy in your space and be very particular about what's coming into your space. Now, if we look at all 4 of these cards together for the next couple of weeks ahead, we might feel like we're spinning our wheels. We might feel like we're not getting ahead. We might feel like we are wasting our time. It's been so long, no results. This card always says, keep going, don't give up, but you may need to do something a little bit differently, okay? Once that happens and we've accepted the fact that we need to change a little bit or tweak what we're doing, things start to fall into place. We then recognize, this is where I'm supposed to be in the universe. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. It didn't work out this way because it was meant to be this way, okay? That's going to bring us a feeling of serendipity and feeling like, so once this starts happening, it's like once we break the ice, things start falling into place and things start feeling right, and we're watching for those signs and symbols and things that are happening, and we're really grateful and just enjoying and going with the flow. We want to make sure that we keep that space clean and clear so that we allow these energies to stay in our space. So cleaning out what we don't need, getting rid of the negativity, getting rid of the the mess in the corner is going to help do all of those things and keep our mind focused on the good things. So really, overall, it's a good week. It may feel like we're starting out at a space where things aren't happening, but take that as a sign that you need to do things just a little bit differently, and then things will start moving. So trust that. Go with the flow. Make the changes that are necessary, and then just accept things as they happen. Enjoy the next couple of weeks ahead. We will meet again in a couple of weeks. Take care, and bye for now, guys.